Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Richmond Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports. We welcome you to Logansport High School as we bring you North Central Conference football. Tonight, the Red Devils take on the Berries of Logansport. Richmond looking for their first win of the year. They come in at 0-5 overall, 0-3 in the NCC. Logansport, a much improved football team over last year. They're 3-2 overall and 1-2 in the North Central Conference. Troy Naragowski with you on a very, very warm and muggy night here in Logansport. It was warm enough earlier here on their brand new turf. They were putting water down on the turf, trying to cool things down for this football matchup here tonight. Red Devils coming off a very, very tough loss last week against the Marion Giants. They were beaten soundly by Marion, in fact, shut out last week in that loss. Their offense struggled again. They've, again, having to look at more injuries for this one here tonight. We'll talk about that a little bit later here in the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show as Richmond, for whatever reasons, they just cannot catch a break going into this second half of the season, and they'll have to count on some guys once again that'll have to step up their game here tonight. We'll talk about that in just a few moments. A little bit later, we'll have the scouting report in this Logansport football team. The Berries, again, a much better team than they had been over the last couple of years. Lost some key players from last year, but they will now rotate two quarterbacks here tonight. And, again, a much improved football team over last year. We'll take a look at the NCC schedule for tonight. We have a huge TEC game on the Radio Troy Digital Sports tonight. Scott Beeman has the call up in Fountain City as Centerville and Northeastern doing battle. In fact, they have just now kicked that one off. If you want to tune into that one at some point tonight, Scott has the call again from Fountain City. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back on the pregame show, the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we're going to hear from head coach Abe Toffee, get his thoughts about what he expects out of tonight's matchup, and certainly how he looks at his team trying to play without a lot of those frontline starters again in tonight's matchup, and he'll look back at last week as well in their loss to Marion. It's coming up next. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Welcome back to tonight's pregame show right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Tonight, the Berries and the Red Devils in North Central Conference play. Coach, this is a football team in Logansport, and you and I talked about it earlier in the week. They made a coaching change a couple of years ago. They struggled last year winning football games. The culture is now starting to change a little bit. They're 3-2. The very same thing you want to do is changing the culture here.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about what you've seen in their transformation from a football team that maybe won one game last year and they won 3 this year.
It just I think it goes back to that off-season commitment and, what you do in the off-season with your kids, really develop who you have. And I think that's why, Coach Johnson was able to build a powerhouse program at Pioneer.
Yeah.
He's good at developing the kids that he has. And I feel like I'm pretty good at developing the kids that we have.
Yeah.
And so it's going to take an off season to get us to where we need to be. But I haven't had a chance to speak with him. But I know it's a small world, kind of a small circle. He coached with Jerry Kiesling.
Okay.
Who was my head coach at Earlham.
Yeah.
So, there's a little bit of a, 6 degrees of separation connection there. So I'm sure he's a hard-working guy who really believes in developing his kids. And, they're 3 yards in a cloud of dust on offense and on defense. They read and react and play football.
You mentioned the wing tee.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about defensively. Why is that so hard to defend at times? You've seen it, as you said, once, but you just don't see it as often maybe as you would have 20, 25 years ago.
Well, the wing tee is one of those deals where you have to stay disciplined. If you start trying to do somebody else's job, then, we end up getting hurt doing that. And so everybody really has to buy into their doing their 1/11th and trusting the guy next to them and not trying to do anybody else's job, because the minute you try to do another guy's job, they're running right past where you were supposed to be. So we just have to be disciplined defensively this week to be able to stop them.
When you speak of the discipline, we're talking about you can't, like you said, you can't not trust the guy next to you.
Right.
Because if you do, you're going to leave your hole wide open.
Yep.
And they do a lot of that misdirection stuff where you got to, do you try to locate the football as much as you can, or you just try to stay in that one position?
Obviously, we want the kids to pursue the football, but they have an assignment first.
Okay.
We're just going to teach our kids to tackle the fullback, tackle the kids whether they have the ball or not.
Sure.
And if you do that, then we'll be in good shape.
Defensively, you see some things there that you might be able to exploit. What might they be?
Well, I think number one, offensively, what we have to do is we have to get the ball in the hands of Jarrell Deloney a little bit more. That kid is just a game changer.
Yeah.
Came in at the end of the game, ran the ball really, really well for us. In like 10 carries, I ran the ball 43 times on Friday night against Marion. And we had like 40-some yards. So it was like very, very minimal numbers in terms of overall. And Jarrell had 35 of those yards.
Wow.
Yeah, on 10 of those carries. Wow. So we've got to figure out how to get him the ball more. He did a phenomenal job, and then came in and played some defense for us too, and made a lot of tackles, and just really showed that we need to be playing him on both sides of the ball, starting him both ways, and similar to how all these other teams are doing.
Yeah.
Just get our best players on the field. Period. So we got to figure out how to get him the ball, but I wouldn't say that there's anything we really saw that we can exploit. We just have to get better at what we want to do.
Yeah.
And we're just not very good at what we want to do yet. And I think it's, it comes back to the inexperience thing.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of kids who just haven't played in key situations, and our middle 3 offensive linemen are all sophomores.
Yeah.
And so, when you watch our games, that's where we struggle picking up blitzes. Just letting people run free is right from the inside. A-gaps. you know, and so we've really got to do a better job of, you know, staying committed to what we do, you know, in terms of our offensive linemen staying with their man or their gap, whichever one they have on a particular play, and, you know, just finishing off blocks. You know, we block for 1-2 seconds and then we let the guy go.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you really think about it, all three of those guys are sophomores. You know, if this program was in the shape that it should be in, all three of those guys would be playing JV football.
Yeah.
You know?
Very true. Yeah.
So, you know, you're trying to teach a kid who really should be playing JV ball how to perform well and win on Friday nights.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a tough task. So, and we're just going to continue to, like I said, get the ball in the hands of Jarrell Deloney. Hopefully we'll get Wyatt Bird back this week. That'll give us another option. You know, and we got to be able to score points.
And by the way, the Marion Giant football defense pretty good. 3 shutouts this year. So
yeah.
Last week was not an anomaly for them. They smell shutout. They want to get one. So.
Right. Yeah. A lot of great athletes. You know,
Yeah.
good kids running around. You can tell they've been in the weight room. You know, I see Coach Chambers posting videos on social media about those guys in the weight room and some of the things they do in there. And
Yeah.
I mean, you know, if you were up close on the field and able to see the things that we saw Friday night, just like their defensive end, number 8. You know, the kid sticks his hand in the dirt, and he's got the horseshoe showing in his tricep. After the game, I asked our kids, how many of you guys can go home and flex in the mirror and would have that U in their tricep? Like 5 kids raised their hand.
Yeah.
You know,
not many
out of the whole team.
Yeah.
So we got to get in the weight room. We've got to get bigger, faster, and stronger. I think that's just been the main thing. You know, the other teams are they've been bigger, faster, and stronger than us.
Yeah.
You know, and up until last week, we hadn't played very disciplined, and I feel like, you know, we didn't get as many flags as what we had the previous week. So, you know, I try to keep a glass half full approach and, you know, continue to be excited and encouraged. We're getting better.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting better, the little small things. You know, we're getting guys sprinting down full speed now on the kickoff team.
Yeah.
Now we've got to get them to stay in their lanes and be disciplined in that aspect of it. You know, we're blocking our punt well now, actually, and instead of just letting the guy run free and not really counting, you know, this is my man and this is who I have to block, you know.
Yeah.
And so the little things that we're getting better at, you know, that comes with being a young team and being inexperienced. And this is one of those deals where we just got to continue to build and stay positive and work, and we'll get to where we want to be.
You mentioned Brandon is a day-to-day type thing, so you're
Yeah.
going to have to kind of wait and see if he is not able to play. Of course, it seems like you take a step forward and take a couple of steps back because of the injury bug. If he's not able to play, what might be the game plan for this one?
You know, we've got a couple tricks up our sleeve. If he's unable to go, we expect him to be able to go.
Okay.
If he is able to go, then obviously he's a guy. But if he's not able to go, we've been working on a project.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then other guys you mentioned, maybe Wyatt Bird will be back.
Right.
You 2 linebackers, are they going to be back maybe this week? Is they still iffy too? I guess I could go on down the list here. I won't, but
yeah.
You know, those are.
Bryce Brown goes to get evaluated on Thursday to see if he's going to be cleared or not. You know, and that's another situation where the kid hasn't practiced or played since week 2. If he gets cleared Thursday, for the safety of the kid, would it be the right thing to do to play him on Friday?
Yeah, probably not.
Or let him get through a week of practice and then play him against Lafayette Jeff.
Yeah.
You know, so it's one of those tough situations that you just have to monitor. Wyatt should be good. Brandon should be good. Caleb Ellis, he may be done for the year. It's a concussion deal. His brother, had a couple of concussions last year that knocked him out of football, and so there's probably some hesitation on his point. Just the mental aspect of his brother never being able to play the game again and experience concussion-like symptoms for like 6 months. Wow,
That's amazing.
And so it was a pretty bad deal for him. But it was one of those things where he got a concussion, didn't tell anybody, and then played the next week, got hit even harder, and then really did some serious damage to himself. Yeah, and so I think that there's just a little bit of nerves on his end, just thinking about what happened to your brother, and now you've got a concussion. So he may be done for the rest of the year. Nate Parker was a guy that we could have used and tore his knee up in a prospect camp this summer. Hadn't played a snap for us all year. Bubba Sanders is going to be a day-to-day thing. The doctors have recommended that he give it another couple of weeks, but finally got the MRI results in, and he's got a strained MCL. So they told him that he could play with a knee brace, but they cautioned him and told him, give it another 2 to 3 weeks. So it's looking like we may just get back healthy in time for a playoff run. And continue to get all these young guys experience in this regular season, and then hopefully we start getting our guys back, as we get into sectionals.
All right, we hope so. Tell you what, kickoff coming up in just a few moments. Stay right there. This is the pregame right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, we've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
We're back once again on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame show. Great to have you with us on a very warm Friday night. Tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways, and each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Thursday, the Italian BMT, Saturday, the Black Forest ham, and Sunday, the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. I mentioned the Berries are a better football team as we scout this team under Mike Johnson, 5-10 in his second year at the school. They only won 2 games last year. Those were the first 2 games of the year, and then they really hit the skids big time the rest of the year. In fact, the most points they scored in any one game was 16 as they really struggled, finally ending their season against Mississinawa in the sectional 49-6. Their 5-year winning trend is not a good one. 1-9 in 2012, 3-7 in 2013. In 2014, only 2-8. They only won 1 game in 2015 and 2 games last year. So they have had some tough years in high school football over the last several. In fact, against the Red Devils, the last time they beat Richmond back in the 2010 season, but they've gone about 3 years without playing one another, but it was back in the 2010 season in which Richmond lost that game 29-14. Now, I say they did play each other last year, in which Richmond won that one 56-6, but there was about a 3-year gap between 2013 and 2016, which these teams did not play. As far as what we'll see tonight, they're going to run the football, and they're going to try to run it right down Richmond's throat, and they'll use a 2-quarterback system. We will see either, in fact, they will rotate in and out. Elijah Crow, he will also be, in fact, a guy who probably will throw at 6'3", 180 pounds, and they'll also use Jamie Babcock. Babcock probably more of the runner at 5'11", 170. They will rotate in and out as we go along here tonight. They're averaging 25 points per game, giving up 19 per game. On the other side of the ledger, the Red Devils are struggling offensively. As we mentioned, Richmond coming into this one tonight, not even averaging 10 points per game. The Red Devils have seen their offensive average drop down to 8.8, meanwhile giving up 45 points per game after losing last week to the Marion Giants. All right, when we come back on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame show, we'll take a look at some of the other games that are going on around the NCC tonight, and we'll also take a look at the Tri-Eastern Conference. It's all coming up on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame show right here, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Back here in Logansport, if they go to the national anthem, we may stay with the national anthem here tonight. By the way, we had a thunderstorm just to the east of us. Looks like that is now dissipating and should not be a factor here tonight. Week 6 of the high school football season is upon us. By the way, tonight it is another homecoming event, as we'll be experiencing probably a pretty late night tonight after a long drive here to Logansport. First time I've been here, I think, in 5 years. Back it had to have been 2013 the last time I was here. And again, the Berries, I think, have been to Richmond a couple of times in that time frame, but it's been a long time since we've been here. They added the turf. They've expanded their press box a little bit, though not as big as it probably could be. But nonetheless, they have the new turf and a new track, and so they've done a lot of major improvements here at Logansport. Week 6 of the high school football season. Other games in the NCC tonight. Anderson is at Kokomo. Also, Indianapolis Tech is at McCutcheon this evening. Marion, this is the big game in the conference tonight. Marion is at Lafayette Jeff. Marion is 4-1 overall. Lafayette Jeff is at 5-0. And then Muncie Central, they had to make that road trip up to Harrison. The Bearcats at 1-4, and Harrison at 3-2. In the TEC, Centerville is at Northeastern tonight. Tri is at Hagerstown. Again, that Centerville Northeastern game is our game of the week in the TEC. Union County is at Lincoln, and Winchester is at Union City. Other area games of interest: Franklin County home tonight against Greensburg. Connorsville hosting Broad Ripple. Knightstown is at Shenandoah, and Newcastle is on the road at Delta. The latest Associated Press poll out this week. Let's start first off in the 6A ranks here in just a couple moments, and Ben Davis is number 1 in 6A. Also in our latest poll, as we run down the other, I'll check this real quick. We got one more to go here. In fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break because I think they're about ready to play the national anthem, and then we'll come back and give you the polls. I don't want to get in the middle of this and not be able to give you the latest AP polls, so we'll come back to that in just a couple of moments. Tonight's game being brought to you in part by Jason Wise, the Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. We will continue in a couple of moments on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Stay right there. This is Richmond football right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason. Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, you are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive, and so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Back once again here in Logansport. The Berries and the Red Devils, by the way, Berries will be in their camouflage, so it could be hard to get their numbers once we get started here tonight. See, the Red Devils will be in their all-white uniforms here this evening. We mentioned the latest AP high school football poll and wanted to get this in before the national anthem. Could not do so. Let's do it now. Ben Davis, #1 in 6A, Fort Wayne Snyder, Valpo, Avon, and Center Grove. In 5A, Roncalli, New Pal, Concord, Columbus East, and Decatur Central. 4A, Evansville Wrights, Lowell, Evansville Central, New Haven, and Northwood. In 3A, Gibson Southern, Ritter, West Lafayette, tied with Evansville Memorial. Then Danville rounding out the top 5. In 2A, Eastbrook, Woodland, Southridge, Tipton, and Cecina. By the way, Centerville picking up 4 votes this week. And in Single Eight's Pioneer, Fountain Central, Monroe Central, Churubusco, and Lutheran. And Hagerstown picking up votes as well in Single A. So there you have the latest high school football polls. All right, let's give you the starters here tonight as we have them going into this one here tonight. Let's start first off with that Richmond offense. Across the offensive line, Colton Davis, Shea Hall, the starting tackles, Jackson Haynes, Sam Gamboa at guards, and Blaine Pierce, the sophomore, at center. In the wideout positions tonight, Cody Reese, Trayshawn Jones, Julian Holguin, and O'Shea Henderson. In the backfield, Jarrell Deloney is going to get the start tonight. We did see, by the way, Stephen Huber working in the pregame a few moments ago. We may see him tonight. It appears that Bird is not going to play here tonight. Wyatt Bird, did not see him warming up unless he is coming out here late. We did not see him in uniform tonight. And also Mikey Vance may get some carries tonight as well. We'll keep an eye on him this evening. Defensively for Logansport, they'll work with a five-man front. Crowd, Starkey, Manfred, Cox, and Goodman. Their linebackers are Dungy, Platt, and Mendez. The defensive backs, Wilson, Badcock, and Rozzi. Those are the starters defensively, as you see the captains now meeting at midfield. And we'll see who's going to get the football first. This has been the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Stay right there. The kickoff coming up in a moment. This is Richmond football exclusively on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, MancinosOfRichmond.com. Well, you saw Logansport. They won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Richmond will get the football first. Deloney will be deep. Also deep for the Red Devils is Tremel Carpenter. And the Red Devils, boy, offensively have got to find a way. And I know this is the name of the game, scoring points. But they've got to find a way to get some consistent offensive attacks going tonight. And I think it starts with that offensive line. They've got to do something up front. They just bottom line, they better find a way to open up some holes here tonight and get that running attack going. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night for the Red Devils. Mario Perez, the 6'3", 205-pound senior kicker, will tee it up at the hash mark on the 40 to the near side, and we're ready to get this one underway. Keys to this one, I just said a little bit ago, it's that offensive line. And on the defensive side, they've got to stop the run, because this is going to be a team that's going to run and run and run and go right at Richmond here tonight. So here we go, NCC football right here, as week number 6 is about to get underway here in Logansport. Perez will approach the football, and this one is underway, and this will sail into the end zone, and it will be a touchback, and Richmond's offense will trot out on the field for the first time. Brandon Curtis, the senior quarterback. And once again, he will have Jarrell Deloney in the backfield to start. And I take that back. There is Bird. So Bird is suited up. He did not do much in the warm-ups, but Wyatt Bird in the backfield. Good news for Richmond. Leads the Red Devils in rushing. So he'll be joined by Deloney in a rare two-back set here for the Red Devils. That very rarely happens in this Richmond offense. So the Red Devils go with just 3 wideouts, 2 running backs. And again, as Richmond is set to get this one going, a flag goes down immediately and a delay of game on Richmond. Unable to get the play right out of the chute here tonight, so it'll be first down and 15. Boy, you hate to start like that. Because I would imagine if I were the Berries defensively, I would be finding ways to go right after this Richmond offense and that offensive line who has struggled this year. So it'll be first down and 15, same setup, and the split backfield now with Brandon Curtis out of the more of a pistol instead of a shotgun. That'll be O'Shea Henderson in motion and sets to the near side. High snap, the handoff, it'll be Deloney. Deloney at the 15, the 20, breaks a tackle, 25 brought down. He'll be shy of a first down to about the 26, 27-yard line. And looks like on the near side defensively, that may have been Riley Hirschberger. Hirschberger, a very good athlete for this Berry football team. He was hurt in a game last week and appears to be okay for this one here tonight. Berry's coming off a nice win on the road at Indianapolis Tech. They were shut out by McCutcheon a couple of weeks ago, but they played much better against McCutcheon than they did a year ago. So now the lone setback is the Red Devils. You see now 3 receivers to the top. Deloney, the lone setback, and 1 receiver to the near side. Handoff Deloney up the middle. Deloney 30, 35, first down 40, 45 brought down near the 47-yard line. Big run by Jarrell Deloney. And Deloney may be your best running back right now. With Bird getting hurt, and wait a minute, do we have a flag? I think we do on the far side of the field. The penalty flag is laying right in front of the Richmond bench. It was hard to see from here, and it's a sideline violation or warning against Richmond. So Richmond, by the way, traveling a little bit lighter here tonight as well. So we'll take the penalty flag off. It was not a penalty, just a warning against Richmond's sideline. 11 minutes to go. First down and 10. Football at the Richmond 48-yard line. Red Devils again will stack the 3 receivers to the right. Deloney remains in the game as the lone setback. 1 receiver to the near side as well. That'll be Julian Holguin. And there's some movement. And the left defensive end there for the Berries may have jumped off sides. That is 55, Dante Darden, 6'4", 225. He's the edge rusher for the Berries. So the Red Devils will now have it first down and 5, and will move it to the Berry 47-yard line. It is, again, as I mentioned, a warm and muggy night. The Red Devils went through their pregame without their pads on. And then when they went into the locker room, they put the pads back on, so they were definitely preparing to stay as cool as they could in the pregame. Again, Deloney in the backfield as the lone setback. Trips to the right, hand off Deloney. Deloney grabbed immediately, and it was Hirschberger who got him first. Gain of a couple of yards to very close to the 45. Riley Hirschberger, 6'1", 180. He is the edge rusher on the near side in that 5-man front. And the Red Devils now with a second down. And let's call it 4 under the 10-minute mark now here in the first half. The Red Devils trying to get a little comfortable right here with, again, their passing game struggling, and let's see if that offensive line can continue to open up some holes in this one. Deloney again in the backfield. Deloney gets the call right up the middle, gets hit immediately, a short gain. He was wrapped up by Jackson Crowd as the nose guard at 6'4", 265 grabbed him just shy of that first down marker, and will put the football at the 43-yard line. Red Devils making no substitutions. They're going to go 4 wide again, split even to each side. Deloney stays in. So Wyatt Bird started, and he immediately out of the lineup as Richmond goes back to that one-back set. Handoff again, Deloney hits the middle, and the second effort is going to get him close to a first down. Deloney, not a very big running back up the middle, but he's done a nice job. Steve Mendez there, the linebacker, to make the stop for the Berries, and they're calling it 4th down as he's shy by maybe 6 inches. So now Richmond, they are going to go for it right here at 4th down, and we'll call it 1. So Richmond again, well, bottom line is you haven't won a game yet this year. You might as well gamble. You're on the road tonight. Go for the win here, and why not gamble early? Trips to the right. Handoff again, Deloney. Right side, and he got hit. And is he going to get his second effort? It's going to be awful close as he got hit in the backfield, but Deloney's second effort may have gotten him a first down for Richmond. Dustin Wilson in there, one of the corners to help make the stop, and they'll move the chains, and that was all on Jarrell Deloney. By the way, Deloney, 5'7", 170 pounds. And he ran more like a fullback as the clock coming up on the 8-minute mark here in the first period of play. Trips to the right. Deloney stays in as the lone setback. Deloney gets the call again. Got hit immediately and will get buried as they will blow that one dead. Making the stop was Miles Dungy, the outside linebacker, 5'7", 165 pounds. And that's an example over that left side of the offensive line where they didn't pick up that linebacker. And it cost the Red Devils a loss of about a half yard, maybe a yard on the play. So let's put the football very close to the 43-yard line. And we'll call it second down and about 11, maybe 12. 4 wideouts again for Richmond. So far, the Red Devils have not thrown the football. Once again, Curtis puts a man in motion. That's Holguin. And Holguin's going to break a tackle, and he got hit big time. Tucker Platt, the middle linebacker, coming in to make the stop. Boy, Platt hit him with a full head of steam. 3rd down and 15. Now Richmond has a decision to make right here as they have brought Wyatt Bird back in. Deloney got a load of carries. He's going to get a much-needed break. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the short side. Will go hash mark right. Bird again, the lone setback. Curtis will hand off to Bird. Bird over the right side. Breaks a couple of tackles. Bounces to the outside. He's going to be shy of the first down, but a nice run by Bird all the way down to close to the 35-yard line. Well, that was another good effort by Wyatt Bird. And it's going to be 4th down and about 2, maybe a long 3. Richmond will go ahead and go for it right here. They got it just barely the last time on the Deloney run. As Richmond stays in the trips to the left side. They'll play short side right, hash mark. They'll fake the handoff, throws, and behind the intended receiver, O'Shea Henderson. It falls incomplete, and Richmond's drive will end right there. A little bit of a pass behind Henderson may have been low as well. And so the Red Devils, their drive will come up short, and we will see Logansport come out for the first time on offense. Elijah Crow will start, and they will rotate quarterbacks. As we said in the pregame, Jamie Babcock will come in every other play, but Crow will get the start. And this will be a misdirection offense. It's a wing T formation, 1 receiver to the near side. You've got to play assignment football. And they'll do a lot of shifting, just like you saw right there. Man in motion, they'll hand off near side, breaking tackles. That's going to be Wilson. Wilson across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. Wilson, McLaughlin, and Dungy will be the 3 backs. Dungy will be the fullback. And you see the change right there as they may keep Crow in this time. Goodman is a tight end. Also a tight end will be Jacob Cox. 2nd down at about 2. And again, there's more shifting for Logansport. They're wearing the camouflage uniforms tonight. 1st down and all the way to midfield on the carry as the Berries get a 1st down. And there's your fullback, Miles Dungy. Well, if we keep going like this, we could get out of here pretty quick tonight as both teams running the football exclusively other than the one play. The Red Devils went for it on 4th down. At quarterback, Elijah Crow. Now, so far, the coaching staff didn't tell me the truth. They have not rotated quarterback so far. Sweep to the right side, breaking tackles up the middle, and Richmond's defense getting tore apart by Dustin Wilson. He gets inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line. And boy, that defensive line for Richmond not able to make any stops so far. You have Haynes, Davis, and Hall up front. Taylor, Pierce, Vance, and Henderson, the linebackers. Deloney and Holguin the corners, with Ron Sanders and Stephen Huber as your defensive back. So Sanders, some good news there, is getting the start tonight. He's been out for several weeks. Here's the quarterback rolling out, throwing, and dropped at about the 31-yard line. The pass was a little bit high, but Dungy should have made the catch as it falls incomplete. And your first pass by the Berries is unsuccessful. We'll see Tucker Platt now come in. Platt wearing number 40. And also coming into the lineup will be Drake McLaughlin. McLaughlin is a sophomore halfback as the Berries continue to make changes. And we have a penalty flag down. And it looks like that may go against Logansport. Nope, they're going to say that is a sideline violation as well. So we've seen now 2 warnings, one against Richmond, one against Logansport. 4:25 to go here in the opening period of play. Berry's first possession. Out of the wing T offense once again, man in motion. They'll give it to the man in motion. Finds a hole up the middle inside the 30 down to near the 27-yard line. On the carry was Jamie Babcock. Now Babcock is listed as the other quarterback, but he got the carry that time for Logansport. So perhaps the coaching staff, we talked to them before the game, and they said it would be a rotation between Babcock and Crow. So far it is all Crow, with Babcock getting the carry. Good crowd here tonight, and it's a very warm night in Logansport. Here's the handoff. Fullback gets the call. And on the carry was Tucker Platt, the backup fullback. And a first down once again for the Berries. Well, right now, Logansport running the football effectively against Richmond. 3:40 to go. Jacob Cox coming out of the lineup for the Berries. One receiver to the near side. That'll be Oscar Grimaldo. And there's your shift again out of the wing tee. Man in motion. Off the right side, 20, and tripped up. It was Sanders getting the tackle. And on the carry, once again, Dustin Wilson. Wilson's had a good game so far. The senior at 5'6", 160 pounds. And right now, the Berries will have it second down at about 3. And again, the football placed at the 17-yard line. And I mentioned it earlier, they're going to go right at Richmond, and that has been the case. They feel that offensive line can open up holes, and that certainly has proven true tonight. Hole up the middle again, this time the fullback getting the call. That is Dungy inside the 15-yard line. There for the Red Devils, Shea Hall, and also one of the other linebackers, that was Blaine Pierce. Offensive line of McBride, Crowd, Starkey, Darden, and Henry from tackle to tackle, opening up some holes here for Logansport. 2:27 to go. Here's the pitch to the man in motion. Nice block to the outside. At the 5, touchdown Logansport. Colton Rosie. And Logansport gets on the board first, leading this one 6-0. Here is the kicker to attempt the extra point, Mario Perez. Wilson the holder, 2:18 remaining. A good snap, the kick on the way. It is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Logansport gets on the board first as they lead this one 7-0. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Richmond's offense will be back out for the second time. They started to move the football. It stalled on a 4th down. And boy, I tell you what, you have to be impressed by the way that the Berries ran the football, and it was no secret. We knew they were going to take it right at the Red Devils, and that's exactly what happened. So Richmond will go back on offense. By the way, Hagerstown winning their contest 21-0 against Union County. Lincoln on top of their, I'll take that back, it was Union City, I believe. Lincoln on top of their game against Union County 6-0. And Perez will put this one high in the air, and another deep kick, and that young man has a very strong right leg, and he's not going to give the Red Devils a chance to make a return. Richmond football being brought to you by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Tuesday the oven roasted chicken, Thursday the Italian BMT, and Friday the tuna. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. First down at the 20. Just over 2 minutes remaining as Richmond will have Deloney back in. He was the workhorse in that opening series. 4 wideouts, split even to each side. Here's Deloney, starts left, goes right, and got hammered. Boy, the right side of that offensive line was almost like no one was there. Steve Mendez, the outside linebacker, one of the first ones there for Logansport. They're going to have to find a way to do a much better job of protecting the run game. Again, out of the shotgun formation, they'll fake the handoff, ball thrown. It is caught. It'll be Jones on the reception, and I think he got the first down. He did, across the 30, close to the 31-yard line. So Richmond able to get the first down and their first pass completion here tonight. 1:30 to go in the opening period. First down and 10. Trips to the near side. Holguin, the lone receiver, to the right. And they'll fake the handoff again. Quick hitter, and it hits O'Shea Henderson in the back. He was out to block the linebacker. In fact, he went right after Tucker Platt, and the short pass hit him in the back. So that'll fall incomplete. I don't think Henderson even knew the football was coming his way. So now it'll be second down and 10. Henderson leaves the game. Jones, Holguin will stay in. Huber now coming in as one of the wideouts to the near side. And looks like they'll have Reese to the short side. It'll be hash mark right. Shotgun formation with Deloney again in the backfield. And they'll give it to Deloney. Deloney fumbles it. Ball is loose. Picked up by the Berries, and Richmond turns it over for the first time here tonight. And on the fumble recovery, Tucker Platt, the middle linebacker. So Richmond will give up the football deep in their own territory with 1:11 remaining here in the opening period of play. And boy, I tell you what, you've got to hold on to the football. And the one thing, the Red Devils, they are very, very vulnerable right now. If they let this thing get out of hand early, Logansport will smell blood and they will go after it. So Richmond's really going to have to pick up the defense right here. They need to get a stop. Berries, once again, man in motion. This time they'll look to throw. Quarterback keeper takes it inside the 25 down to the 20, Elijah Crow. Well, so far we haven't seen he and Babcock rotate. Crow's done a nice job, even running the football there for the Berries. Of course, they had a quarterback last year that went 6'5" and didn't throw the football hardly at all. But you got to respect this young man at 6'3", 180 pounds. Wide out to the left. Second down and 4. Clock down to 40 seconds here in the opening period of play. Quarterback keeper rolls to the right side. Spins again inside the 10. And Richmond having a hard time bringing him down at about the 8-yard line. Elijah Crow again on the carry. In the lineup now, the tight end Jacob Cox. 25 seconds remaining. It'll be first and goal from the 8-yard line. Barry's trying to jump ahead at least 13-0. And this time they'll give it to the fullback right up the middle. Touchdown. Miles Dungy. And the Berries lead at 13-0 with 9.3 on the clock. The fumble coming back to hurt the Red Devils. So here is Perez to attempt the extra point. Richmond one man short. And now everybody finally out on the field on special teams, as Perez will attempt the extra point. Not a good start for Richmond here tonight. A high snap. The kick is on the way, and it is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Logansport 14 and Richmond nothing. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond, Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Back here in Logansport, and apparently a penalty was called. I did not see it, as it'll be against Richmond, and they'll move the football all the way to the Richmond 45, like Perez needs to move it up. He was already taking it in the end zone from his own 40, so we just gave him another 15 yards. He'll boot this thing all the way to the scoreboard. Well, I didn't see the penalty. It had to have been a big one, 15 yards. Richmond could not have asked for any worse start here tonight. Your first drive looked pretty good, and then you had your second fourth down call, and you don't get the first down. You come back your next possession after giving up the long drive and the touchdown, and then you fumble the football, and now you put yourself in a big hole here in the first period. Deloney is deep. Also deep for the Red Devils, I think that is Carpenter. See, that sailed through the uprights. That's good. That is what you would consider a 55-yard field goal if he was looking to do so. Perez, he didn't need any help at all. So now with 9.3, let's see if Richmond can get something going here. In the second quarter, they won't do a whole lot, I'm sure, right here. I think the best thing to do would be to play it safe, and if you're going to do anything, just try to get some good field position, and then let's think about quarter number 2. Red Devils will have Wyatt Bird back in as the lone setback, and as you'll see right there, the Red Devils going 4 wide. Curtis out of the shotgun. Handoff. Bird starts right, goes left, and met 4 or 5 green jerseys, including Tucker Platt once again, and that's going to do it for the opening period of play. Well, so far it is all Berries, 14-0. We will come back with Period number 2. This is Richmond football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
By the way, at halftime, Centerville is leading Northeastern, a low-scoring affair, 7-0, so they made it to halftime. We're ready for quarter number 2. 2nd down and 7. And again, Richmond will have the football at the 23-yard line. By the way, we're inside a warm press box here in Logansport. Camera inside as well. Threat of rain earlier. As again, we'll see shotgun formation. 4 receivers. Fake the handoff. Throw over the middle. The catch is made by Jones. A short reception shy of the first down. So now we're looking at 3rd down. That's going to be awful close to a first down. I think they may go and move the chains. There you go. So it was a first down. Looked like it was going to be short, but they went and said he got it at the 30-yard line. So first down, Richmond. 4 receivers remain in. Bird in the backfield. They will fake the handoff, throw short again, intercepted. 2nd turnover, picked off by the linebacker Miles Dungy, and Richmond another turnover. I'm not sure he even saw Dungy there, but Dungy just almost acted like he was on Richmond's team. Now waiting to see if there's a penalty flag. I don't think there is. The officials were meeting for a moment. So now the Berries will have the football at the Richmond 34-yard line. Boy, Richmond's got to have a stop right here. There's the wing tee again in the shift. Handoff up the middle. Big hole left side, and he's going to score. The 10, the 5, touchdown. Colton Rosie with the score off the turnover, and Richmond down in this one 20-0. That was an open C. Moses couldn't have opened the C any better. And Richmond's defensive line, in fact, this entire defense, well, first off, let's be fair about it. You haven't given them good field position on the last 2 possessions because of the turnovers. Here's Perez. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Logansport 21, Richmond 0.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Well, Richmond 2 turnovers, and the Berries have turned those 2 turnovers into 14 points. And if Richmond's offense continues to struggle, it'll be a very, very long night and a long ride home. And by the way, next week it won't get much easier as Lafayette Jeff comes to town. Perez this time will kick right to left, and that strong leg again kicks it all the way to the goal line. And for Richmond, Carpenter stepped in the end zone, so that'll be a touchback. And so the Red Devils will have it at the 20. So now Richmond again. See if they get something going. It's just hard to explain. Your turnovers have been the big key, but still you've got to find a way to move the football. Those guys up front haven't allowed that to happen since that first drive. Low snap, handoff. Bird tries to cut against that defensive line. It's a 5-man front, and there's just not much there. You're blocking 5 on 5, and Richmond can't find a hole as Darren Henry, the defensive tackle, the senior, there to make the stop. 11 minutes remaining. Period number 2 at halftime. We'll check out college football and, of course, the NFL this weekend, and a lot of high school sports going on this weekend as well. That's coming up at halftime. Play clock down to 10. Handoff. Bird trying to bounce to the outside. Bird takes a hard hit at the 25, and there's a flag down behind the play. Now, if this is against Richmond, this will make you upset because the flag was thrown behind Bird. So one of your offensive linemen or your receivers or whoever made the mistake behind the play. And that'll drive you nuts as a head coach. And there it is against Richmond. The illegal block in the back. The play was out to the 25-yard line, and the flag came down at the 25 yards behind the play. I didn't see who caused the infraction, but that's, again, a lack of football IQ and football experience on someone's part right there. You know, you just let the play go. 10:36 to go. Second down now on 18. The Red Devils have to get to the 30 for a first down. Bird stays in. Red Devils go trips to the left. Single receiver to the near side as Richmond works off the hash mark to the right. Shotgun here for Brandon Curtis. Takes the snap. He will throw, and a low throw intended for Reese. And I'm not sure that Brandon even got a very good grip on the football. What I think were happening, at least at this stage, Richmond's trying to change their offense just a little bit to get it out of his hands as quick as he can. But because of the problems you have with the offensive line and their blocking protection, he's trying to get rid of it as fast as he can, but I just don't think he had a good grip on it that time. Third down and 18. Here's another big play. You've got to give your defense a chance. You don't want to give the Berries, again, good field position. Berries now with a 4-man front. As Curtis flushed out of the pocket, he's going to run with it, and he doesn't have a ton of speed. He'll be brought down just across the 15-yard line. In there to make the stop, Jackson Crowd along with, that was Deshaun Berry. So Richmond will have to pump the football away, and Richmond has had some issues in the punting department. They had one blocked last week that went into the end zone for a touchdown. So let's see if the protection will be a little bit better here. They've got that wall set up of 3 men. But they've had a difficult time in protecting Deloney back inside his own 5. Here comes the rush, and they almost got another one. Had a line drive kick. Will take a Richmond bounce. Picked up at the 45-yard line and dumped. Holguin is there on special teams as Colton Razi there to take the punt, and so Richmond will go back on defense with 9:40 remaining on a warm night like tonight. And you're up against a running football team like Logansport. They will pound you into submission. And I'm not sure this Richmond defense, there's just not enough depth on this defense to stay fresh throughout the entire game. 21-0. Berries again will have the football at the 45. Out of the wing, T-man in motion, handoff fullback. Well, they're tough runners, holding on to make the tackle for Richmond. Isaiah Webster to make the stop. On the carry for Logansport was Tucker Platt to the backup fullback. Nothing fancy about the wing T offense. Not many teams use it. Northeastern does it a little bit. Well, a lot. We've seen teams like Kokomo run a form of a tight T, maybe a wing T type offense. The keeper by the quarterback has blockers in front of him, and he almost broke it. Got a first down all the way to the 41-yard line. There's Elijah Crow. No secret again. They just take it right at the Red Devils. Jacob Cox will come in as the tight end. Looks like a Josh Manfred has come in as well for Logansport. He will be the fullback. There's the shift of your tight end Cox from right to left. First down, handoff. And on the carry inside the 35 is Razi once again. They'll put the football close to the 34-yard line. Again, just simple football. Nothing special about what they do. They just keep coming at you and coming at you. Second down and 3. 8:03 to go. And again, the fullback up the middle, and the fullback gets the first down and more. They're just running hard down to the 25. And Richmond has no answer. Manfred on the carry there for the Berries. Right now, the Red Devils have Colton Davis up front. Trying to see who else is up there for Richmond. 65, which is Caleb Wages. And we've got a timeout on the field. So we have our first timeout. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail at 21-0.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do. But for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today, or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Well, apparently I missed something again as the football moved out to the 40-yard line. We haven't hard to see sometimes. We're pretty high up here, and to see some of the penalty flags, I did not see one. Richmond will take whatever it was, but they haven't moved the chains yet. I'm a little confused by this. The first down markers at the 40. The chains are back at the 15 and 25-yard line. So are they going to move the chains up? They haven't said anything to them apparently yet. And now you see the sideline judge coming over and saying something. There's your head official as well. I'm a little confused by this one. I thought it was a timeout. I saw no flags go down. The 2 chain guys haven't moved. Boy, you have a pretty good pace of a game going, and now the officials will slow things down right here. They apparently don't know we have a 3-hour drive to get home. Now it takes 4 of them to get together. And I would love to know what this is all about. First off, I didn't see any indication of why they moved the football all the way to the 40-yard line. And now the officials coming over to say something to Coach Thompson of Logansport. And they still haven't told the chain gang to move. They're like, yeah, I'm not moving till I'm told. All right, here they go. You know, it'd be nice like they do in college football if they were able to communicate with us upstairs and give everybody an indication of what happened. Because I have no idea. Richmond's going to take it, though. First down. Here we go. I'm going to take it back the other way. It's first down for Logansport, excuse me, but they didn't move the chains until they recently gave the football. Here's Wilson again on the carry. So the chain gang was all the way down there. They moved the football back to the 40, and a penalty, I don't know what it was about. The chain gang didn't move until they told them to move it back, and now we've got second down. All right, 7:08 to go. Berries now have it second down. Man in motion again. This time the quarterback will option, keep it himself, and Richmond grabbing hold of a jersey and just trying to hold on is Elijah Crow pulled down. And may have been Isaiah Webster once again on the stop for the Red Devils. Webster getting some playing time here tonight. That's his second tackle that we know of. Football now at the 29. And again, we'll have first down and 10 for the Berries. Here's the handoff again. They'll look up the middle, and that'll be Rosie again on the carry down to near the 24. Well, you pound and you pound and you pound, and eventually you're going to just make that other team wear down. And that's what's happening here in the first half. 2 turnovers. If you just joined us, the Red Devils a fumble and then an interception, both leading to scores for the Berries. And here they go again, looking up the middle. Red Devils had 3 big bodies right there on the carry. That was Dungy once again. Red Devils had Wages there, one of the 3 players in on the tackle. Vance was there as well for Richmond. Third down and 2. 5:40 to go. As you see coming in the ball game now, Elijah Crow from the sidelines. Their coaching staff told me before the game they're going to rotate quarterbacks, but if it's working, why try to fix it? Handoff right side, first down and more. Cutting inside, touchdown. Wilson, 21 yards in the score, and he was virtually untouched when he got to the second level. $27-0. Perez back in to attempt the extra point. And Perez getting a workout tonight. Good snap. The kick on the way. It is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Logansport 28, Richmond nothing.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
By the way, the Golden Eagles of Lincoln leading at halftime against Union County 12-0. Knights again were trailing Centerville 7-0 at halftime in that huge TEC matchup. And here Richmond down 28-0. Logansport has scored on every drive they have had as that went into the end zone again. But, well, plus they got the two bonuses, the two turnovers. And now that offense back out on the field. Well, I tell you what, you still have 5:22 to go. They need a sustained drive right here. Keep the football out of Logansport's hands. Again, the Red Devils have had no returns off the kickoff yet. Deloney late coming on. He'll be, well, he starts to go back to the backfield. Now he comes back to the line of scrimmage. Richmond 4 wide, first down. And a new quarterback in. Here's the handoff to Bird over the left side as Richmond going with Trayshawn Jones. Jones will now be at quarterback. Coach had mentioned they might use Jones a little bit as the QB if the offense does struggle. Second down and 3. Jones has a very good arm, and I'm not sure how much you can use him from an offensive standpoint, how much he knows in the playbook, how much more you'll have to simplify things. We'll find out. Trips to the near side. And Bird gets the call over the right side. Bird diving ahead, got the first down out to about the 32-yard line. At some point, though, you're going to have to throw the ball if you're going to get back into this one. Dustin Wilson coming back in as a defensive back for Logansport. 4:30 to go now here in the first half of play. 4 wide again for Richmond. Bird stays in as the lone setback. Jones out of the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, will keep it himself, finds a nice hole up the middle, dives ahead to the 40. That'll be a gain of about 8 yards. Jones, a much more mobile quarterback, at least you can see that already, than what you see in Brandon Curtis. By the way, the freshman Zach Hill had gotten some playing time in the last couple of games for Richmond. You still might see him tonight if the Red Devils offense struggles. Better hurry here. There's 10 on the play clock, and Richmond in no hurry right now to get to the line of scrimmage, and I think they're going to call a timeout. So Richmond will call a timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one 28-0.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages baseball and softball indoor training facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Back here in Logansport, as Jones will have two running backs in the backfield, fakes the handoff to Deloney and gets pulled down in the backfield. Reading it well, the linebacker, Hunter, and he'll take that back, Dante Darden. Darden at 6'4", 225, got in there, and he was in there quick, and that'll drop the Red Devils back now to 3rd down and long. It'll be 3rd down and 7. Richmond has shown a two-back set more tonight than probably what we have seen all season long. The official stops the clock at 3:09. This is an official's timeout. Maybe a player, I don't know if a player got hurt or what the case is. They brought off the field Tucker Platt, and he went to the sideline, so apparently he must have had an equipment issue or maybe some blood. He might have been blood on his left arm. Big 3rd down here for Richmond. O'Shea Henderson in motion. Jones rolling, throwing, and in and out of the hands of Henderson at the 42 maybe. It would have been close to a 1st down. He looks upfield, and he was anticipating the hit before making the catch, and there is a mistake by Henderson, and there is an example of a player who has not played a lot of football. Not that players don't do it, but you got to make the catch. He would have been close to the 1st down, but now Richmond will have to punt the football away. Still a lot of time on the clock, 2:46. And right now Logansport celebrating early as a homecoming victory within sight here tonight if Richmond doesn't get this thing going pretty quick. Handover and kick will take a Richmond bounce and go out of bounds here on the near side. Jason Wise, Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group, wants to remind you as an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-30-400. Well, now the Berries, 1st down and 10. Football at the 27-yard line. Out of the wing tee again. Now the option and the pitch. Not much there. A couple of yards on the pitch to Drake McLaughlin. We've seen them option a couple of times. Probably not the better plays they've had out of the option, but every once in a while you try to run it to the outside and then try to get some yardage up the middle. So now we'll go at 2nd down and 7 as we come up on the 2-minute mark. Man in motion once again and rolling. The quarterback trying to get around the edge, breaks a tackle and will be driven out of bounds on the far side as Crow got away from the first defender and able to make something positive out of what possibly was a negative. And we'll put the football at around the 34-yard line. Right at the 34 and the hash mark to the right side. Down to 2:01 now. The clock stopped with the play going out of bounds. Back home next week, and boy, I tell you what, you're up against a very good Bronco football team. Here's the pitch to the near side. Here's McLaughlin trying to find the edge, and he'll be driven out of bounds. There is Bubba Sanders there, and also for the Red Devils, Isaiah Webster, the linebacker, a senior at 5'10", 175 pounds, and he has played well here tonight. But that is a 1st down for the Berries. Got just enough for the 1st down. 1:54 remaining. Tell you what, you have to get the feeling right now. They've run plays to the outside. They're going to try to bust one up the middle here. You watch. I think they're trying to get Richmond to open things up. They've got a lot of players stacked in that box. As Crow will look to throw, goes down the middle of the field, wide open, ball caught. Wilson, and brought down at the 15-yard line. Deloney got him from behind, and if the pass wasn't just a little bit, if it had a little bit of air underneath it, Wilson would have scored. Well, I'll tell you one thing. They went back up the middle, but I think caught everybody by surprise. There were two players that were wide open, and Wilson was one of those right down the middle. And now the football at the 15-yard line. Barry's threatening again with 1:40. Man in motion once again. He'll get the call. Cuts back up the middle. Finds a hole at the 5. Touchdown. Jamie Babcock, the backup quarterback. And the Berries put another 6 on the board and now lead this one 34-0. This is now what you would consider a long night here in Logansport. Extra point attempt by Perez is automatic. That young man doesn't miss. We will take a timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Logansport 35. Richmond nothing. This is Richmond football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
One other update, Logansport, to take that back, Hagerstown leading Tri 34-0 at halftime. 35-0 here. Richmond, they got to get into the locker room as Perez again. I think he enjoys that. I would. Nailing that football 60 yards into the end zone. So Richmond again will not get a return, and so they'll put the football at the 20. 90 seconds remaining. And again, Richmond, nothing going right here tonight. Jones will stay in as the quarterback. Deloney in the backfield. Also, Wyatt Bird is back there. Richmond, a little confusion here on what they're trying to set up. 20 seconds to go on the play clock. Well, that's O'Shea Henderson. He's a little confused on where he wants to go, so he'll set up to the far side. Jones, here comes the pressure, goes down. Off the backside, and now they're just pinning their ears back as Dante Darden gets the sack. And you can do that. They know that Jones hasn't taken any snaps this year. Richmond's tried to throw everything short tonight, and they just can't get anything going on this offense here this evening. Well, you know when another team struggles and you're up 35-0, you can just come at you. I mean, they're just going to keep coming. Here they come again, but the handoff will go to Deloney. I think that is Deloney. 15-yard line, but you're not going to be able to run the football all night when you're down 35-0, that's for sure. So that was Deloney. Deloney had a good start tonight, but then the fumble eventually led to a touchdown. The Brandon Curtis interception led to a touchdown. So now the Red Devils a 3rd down and long. O'Shea Henderson in motion, and guess what? Timeout again by Richmond. This is the other problem you have when you have an inexperienced quarterback. We'll take a timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail at 35-0.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
It is homecoming here in Logansport. The court is lined up on the far side of the field, all dressed up, ready to present themselves to the big crowd here tonight. Of course, as you would expect, Richmond crowd doesn't travel to Logansport very well. So now the Red Devils with 15.7 seconds. I'm not sure if you don't, again, be very cautious right here. We have seen it backfire before as Jones will roll. Looking downfield and overthrows his intended receiver, O'Shea Henderson. That falls incomplete. 9.2 to go. Well, other than that opening drive that fell short, Richmond went for it on fourth down. The Red Devils have had nothing go right on offense, and now they're going to have to punt the football away. You have to hope here that Deloney will just put this ball somewhere where there can't be a big return of any kind, because I'll tell you what, Perez, you get him in field position, he could get, that's a high snap, here comes the rush, and a flag goes down, so that'll benefit Richmond right there. A roughing of the punter, they were coming. And Deloney, by the way, is hurt. He went off the field. You can't see him right now, but he was roughed up on that rush, and he went to the sideline quickly. So Richmond will get it back with just 2 seconds remaining. And really for Logansport, you have nothing to lose right here, even though you give up the penalty. It's no big deal. You get the block. It was a high snap, almost went over the head of Deloney. And you take your chance on maybe getting a block into the end zone and a touchdown. And you can gamble when you're ahead 35-0. So Richmond will come out, and this should be the final play here of the first half. As I mentioned, just 2 seconds remaining. Richmond has one lineman late coming on in the right guard. Shaw coming in, number 78. Owen Shaw's a junior. He hasn't seen a whole lot of playing time. I think Shaw's going to go in at center. And Richmond gets another penalty. Well, it's going from bad to worse only because, again, now you're trying to work in a inexperienced quarterback, which might be your starting quarterback next year. I think that might be the thinking right now, looking toward the future. Jones rolling, now tucks it under, will keep it himself, and he will get hammered across the 30, and that's going to do it for the first half. Well, we've made it to halftime. I don't see any penalty flags anywhere before we take the break and head to the locker room. It is all Logansport on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Logansport 35, Richmond nothing.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this. Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
We have made it to halftime, and it has been a long first half for the Red Devils and both sides of the football. Nothing has gone right tonight for Richmond as they trail at 35-0, and it started early with the two turnovers in that opening period of play. Both led to scores as Logansport really set the tone early in this one here tonight, and so the Berries looking for a homecoming victory here this evening as the homecoming court, certainly a long one here. They got a lot of people involved in their homecoming court here tonight, but not much you can say. I mean, the Red Devils kind of showing here again tonight that I think things are starting to wear on them a little bit. You go back to last week, and Richmond ended up getting shut out by a much better Marion football team. Logansport's a much better team than what we saw last year. The Red Devils, all that inexperience, and again, the injuries they're still suffering. even though they got Wyatt Bird back tonight, and they also got Bubba Sanders back. It has not made a big difference here in this one this evening. So the Red Devils again trail at 35-0 here at halftime. When we do come back, we'll check out the college football weekend ahead, the NFL coming up this weekend, and also some high school sports coming up on Saturday as the Red Devils trail this one at halftime on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 35-0.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Well, we have a busy weekend coming up in college football. Let's start first off with top 25 play on Saturday. Number 23, Utah plays at Arizona. 12th-rated Florida State will be home when they take on North Carolina State. 19th-rated Louisville hosting Kent State. Number 10, Ohio State will be home against UNLV. Number 13, Virginia Tech. They play host to Old Dominion. Number 5, USC on the road at California. Number 2, Clemson hosting Boston College. Toledo travels to number 14, Miami of Florida. Number 16, TCU is at number 6, Oklahoma State. Number 1, Alabama. They're on the road at Vanderbilt. Michigan, number 8, they'll be at Purdue. We understand that game could potentially be a sellout. By the time they get to kickoff time tomorrow, the Boilermakers off to a good start this year. Huge matchup early in the Big Ten. Number 18, Washington State. They take on Nevada. Number 3, Oklahoma is on the road at Baylor. Number 22, San Diego State is at Air Force. 17th rated Mississippi State is at number 11, Georgia. Syracuse, they travel to number 25, LSU. Number 4, Penn State is at Iowa. 20th rated Florida is on the road at Kentucky. Number 24, Oregon at Arizona State. And number 7, Washington, they are on the road at Colorado. In the Big Ten, outside of the top 25, Maryland hosting Central Florida. IU tomorrow, they take on Georgia Southern. Rutgers is at Nebraska. Notre Dame, they'll be on the road at Michigan State. Out of the Mid-American Conference, Ohio's at Eastern Michigan. Miami travels to Central Michigan. Akron is at Troy. Buffalo home against Florida Atlantic. Ball State is at Western Michigan. Or Western Kentucky, and Western Michigan, they will be home when they take on Wagner. When we come back, we'll check out the NFL weekend ahead. Stay right there. This is high school football right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back once again here in Logansport. We're at halftime. It is homecoming. You'll again hear the crowd here in a couple of moments go nuts as they'll announce the king and the queen. While they're going nuts, we'll talk about the NFL this weekend. One game played last night. L.A. Rams knocking off San Francisco in a high-scoring affair. Coming up this weekend, Pittsburgh is at Chicago. The Colts home on Sunday. They take on the Browns. Cincinnati traveling to Green Bay as the Bengals looking for their first win. Baltimore's at Jacksonville. Denver at Buffalo. Carolina hosting the New Orleans Saints. Atlanta's at Detroit. Tampa Bay at Minnesota. Houston is at New England. Miami on the road at New York to take on the Jets. The Giants also 0-2. They're at Philadelphia. Seattle's at Tennessee. Kansas City at L.A. to play the Chargers. Oakland is at Washington. And Dallas is on the road at Arizona. We mentioned there's some high school sports that'll be going on this weekend. Of course, now the only problem is, what did I do with the high school sports schedule? Looks like it may be hidden away back here. Here it is. Coming up tomorrow, the cross-country team will be on the road at Delta. The Richmond boys soccer team, they are participating in the NCC tournament tomorrow, as are the Richmond girls. The girls taking on Harrison coming up on Saturday. And the Richmond girls golf team, they will be at the regional coming up tomorrow as well. So good luck to all the Richmond teams in action coming up on Saturday. We will take a quick time out. They should be pretty close to being done with the homecoming festivities here tonight. They have named the king and the queen. And we'll be back in a couple of moments as we're getting ready for more high school football. The Red Devils trail it here at halftime, 35-0. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Back once again here in Logansport. I want to remind you tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. And each day of the week you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors. Just $3.50 every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Thursday, the Italian BMT. And Sunday, the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Well, adjustments having to be made here in the second half. By the way, the Red Devils will be without another one of their players. I'm not sure who the player is that they're helping onto the field. He's listed at number 54, but they don't have a 54 listed on the roster. I don't know if you can pick that up right there or not. Let's move this over right there. By the way, Bryce Brown, one of those helping him to the sidelines, but again, there's no number listed, so we apologize for that. So it's about adjustments, and again, the second half coming up in just a few moments. Want to remind you that we'll be back home next week. Lafayette Jeff, we haven't seen a score from their game tonight, but they will be in town. They were going into tonight's action undefeated in the North Central Conference, and this is a Richmond football team that will be home 2 more times. They'll play Harrison and they'll play Lafayette Jeff, 2 teams that last year we know what happened up at Harrison. It was a long, long night. Red Devils were just simply outmanned from the very beginning in that one. They ended up going again to Lafayette last year twice, losing both those games. They did play Anderson last year. That'll be on the road in 2 weeks. And, of course, the sectional tournament coming up right after that. So we're down to the final 3 games after tonight, and this is all about the future now. I think you got to look at this realistically, that Richmond very well could not win a game this year. It may happen, but they also got to realize they're going to have to build toward next year and down the line. Not that you throw in the towel in this one by any means, but you don't have I just don't think there's a whole lot of choice. You got way too many inexperienced players. You got guys that many times just don't know what they're doing. And you can coach them up all you want, but when you get out here under the lights, things are faster. Things are much different than it is in practice when you can slow things down and start over. And some of these players that have just not played a whole lot of football are finding that out here this evening. So we'll take another timeout. I promise you we'll come back. The second half is just around the corner as the Red Devils trail this one 35-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, Mancino'sOfRichmond.com. Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
There you see the Richmond benches. They will again have to kick off. The Berries deferred in the first half, so Logansport will get the football to begin this second half of play. And I would imagine if I'm Logansport, I want to get conditioning and stay conditioned, so they'll probably play at least halfway, maybe a little bit more here in the third, depending on how the score will go the rest of the way, and then we'll start seeing some changes. Next week we'll be back to the 7 o'clock kickoff time. And don't forget, every Tuesday we talk with head coach Abe Tawfiq about the previous game and what is coming up. We're the only media outlet in Richmond that also talks with all the area football coaches and players. You can always check that out every week on radiotroy.com. So here we go as the Red Devils will put this one in play. This one kicked deep, and we'll go into the end zone as the Red Devils will send their defense back out, and the Berries will have the football 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Well, so far we have not seen a return kick yet, as Perez had been sending the ball deep into the end zone for Logansport. And then we just saw the same thing happen on the kickoff for Richmond, as Stephon Huber able to put a good leg into that one. So, again, Logansport 1st down and 10. Great to have you with us tonight. I know it's been a rough one for those of you that have hung around, and I know it's tempting to just shut it off and go do something else, as the carry will be a loss. Here's Huber picking up the tackle on Dustin Wilson. I know for us it's tough to watch sometimes. Players have really tried to do everything they can to turn this thing around, but just not enough pieces to the puzzle yet. And that's about, when you look at the couple of turnovers they have had, you have a very small margin of error on a football team that is struggling. Rolling, looking to throw, dumping that one out, and the flat ball is caught and will be a 1st down, still on his feet, as that was Tucker Platt. Platt getting the 1st down. Nice touch on that pass by Elijah Crow. Football will be placed at the 35-yard line. And so Logansport again 1st down and 10. Again out of the wing tee. Crow looks to throw as you see him rolling to the near side downfield, and it's going to be nearly intercepted as Bubba Sanders there at the 45-yard line able to knock it down. Sanders with 5 or 6 interceptions last year, but again he's been injured most of the season and almost came up with his 1st interception of the year here tonight. 2nd down and 10 as the football stays at the 35-yard line. One thing about Elijah Crow, he doesn't have a real strong arm. He's had 2 passes where the air has really been underneath the football too much. Completed the earlier one that ended up leading to a touchdown. Here's a little cross in the backfield. Again on the carry, leaning ahead is Wilson, and he's going to be close to another 1st down. And a little misdirection where you fake the handoff to one back, they cross, and the other back came through, and that's why you have to play assignment football. You can't go for the one and find out that your lane is wide open. And by the way, Colton Davis a little shaken up on that defensive line. Davis going both ways, and Shea Hall also going both ways here tonight. As Coach had mentioned, he's just going to try to get his best players out on the field all the time. Here's the fake of the handoff again by Crow. He rolls. He's going to keep it himself and will be brought out of bounds very close to midfield. So now the clock will stop at 10 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. And we'll put the football again at the 49-yard line. Well, Elijah Crow, as we said earlier, they said the coaching staff told me directly when I was getting the starting lineups that he and Babcock would switch in and out, but that has not been the case. Crow has gone the distance. Handoff up the middle, another big hole. And the fullback getting the carry, that is Manfred. And Manfred all the way down to the 41. And another 1st down again for Logansport. Well, and so far you have to be impressed with this offensive line of McBride, Crowd, Starkey, Darden, and Henry, as they have opened up some pretty big holes. 9:52 remaining here in the third. Man in motion again, handoff fullback up the middle. Another nice hole. By the way, Zach Hill is in there. There's a flag down. Zach Hill, the freshman backup quarterback, coming in, playing a little linebacker apparently here tonight, here in the third quarter, and it's going to be a face mask penalty on Richmond. So that'll add to the gain, which was down to the 34-yard line. And there you see the indication. So now that'll back the Red Devils up even further. Depends on whether it's 5 or 15. It will be a 5-yard penalty. So ball placed at the 30. So first down and 10. Berries again put a man in motion. Crow looks to throw, puts it in the air, and that's going to be a touchdown. It would have been, or at least should have been, interference on the Red Devils, but the touchdown strike, and that'll be Oscar Grimaldo on the reception. And the Berries put 6 more on the board and now lead this one 41-0. There was a lot of pushing and shoving going on, and it was Jarrell Deloney, the defensive back, on the one-on-one coverage. But the inside position and the touchdown by Grimaldo. 9:30 remaining now here in the third quarter. And the extra point attempt once again by Perez. And it is on the way. In fact, that one's going to be blocked as they bring in a new kicker. That was not Perez. That was number 80, Dustin Gonzalez. So one positive thing goes right for the Red Devils right there. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 9:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Red Devils trail at 41-0.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Back once again here in Logansport as the Red Devils trail it now 41-0. By the way, I think there is a final in that game between Centerville and Northeastern, and Centerville wins it 14-0. So the Bulldogs get a big win on the road at Northeastern, and next week we'll be in Centerville. Hagerstown winning big tonight, so we'll have a battle of 2 undefeated teams in the TEC next week on the TEC game of the week. That's right, Tuwa. Red Devils will get the football for the first time here in the second half. Carpenter is deep, Deloney deep as well. By the way, the new kicker still in. This is a line drive kick as Carpenter inside the 10 after fumbling the football, and his return only out to the 20. Dustin Gonzalez, the senior backup kicker, on the line drive kick, so the Red Devils will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Let's see who's coming out at quarterback. It'll be Trayshawn Jones again. Jones, 6'3", 185. They saw him throw in practice and figured, let's give him a shot. And so they're going to put it in Jones's hands, and I think the at least process of thinking is next year. They don't believe Zach Hill will be quite ready next year, maybe by the time he's a junior, but this young man they feel has potential. But he's thrown into the fire here tonight. Here's the handoff to Bird over the right side. Not much there. Get about 3 yards before he is gang tackled. And the Red Devils will have it now 2nd down and 7. And that's really how Richmond's going to have to approach this. They want to win football games this year, but they've got to think about next year. It's all a rebuilding process and all about the future. Find some players that you know will be in the program next year, get them in the weight room, and everything is for next year. Here's Bird over the right side. Nice run out near the 29. Tackled there by Tucker Platt. We've called his name quite a bit tonight. You'll have your 3 interior linemen returning next year. You do lose your 2 tackles. But the Red Devils are thinking again if they can find a couple of big fellas that can take over those 2 tackle spots and get them groomed for next year in the offseason. That'll be the big key. Jones in the shotgun once again. Bird remains in the backfield. Jones set to throw, chased out of the pocket, and nowhere to go. That hole closed down very quick. And the Berries have a man down, and it could be bad. They're calling for the sidelines already, as they have called a timeout on the field. Of course, I saw the collision. I just didn't see who it was that ended up getting hurt. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we're going to take a timeout. We will come back in just a couple of moments. They'll tend to the injured player. And on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils down 41-0.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do. But for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
By the way, that was linebacker Tucker Platt, who was injured, came up and got off the field under his own power. So we've called his name quite a bit tonight. So the Red Devil offense back out. It's going to be 4th down and 1. And we're still at 7:44 remaining here in the 3rd. And by the way, we're the only media outlet in Richmond that does pregame, postgame, and a show throughout the week on Richmond football and basketball. And there's movement to the near side. O'Shea Henderson got a little of a head start. It's been a tough night for O'Shea. Dropped the ball in the first half that potentially would have given Richmond a first down. Henderson jumps off sides. Richmond's going to have to bring their punting unit on instead of a chance to perhaps get a first down. And so the Berries are going to have excellent field position once again. Coming up on the 7-minute mark, Deloney has to get rid of it quickly and does so an end-over-end kick. And the Berries are going to go ahead and return this one. 45-50 near side. That's Crow. 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, and brought down by Deloney, the punter, inside the 10 and around the 8-yard line. Your punter did the job. That was Deloney. And how about that? The Berries putting their quarterback, Elijah Crow, back for the return. And now your defense will have their back against the wall again. That's a 52-yard punt return by Elijah Crow. I'm going to try to check and see the last time the Red Devils were shut out by Logansport. So 1st and goal, handoff right side, and their fullback again gets the carry. That may have been Dungy again. And it was Dungy on the carry. Well, there hasn't been a shutout. And I go back to 2007 by either one of these two teams. We don't have any records right at the moment that will take us even further back. 6 minutes and 24 seconds. Barry's now in no hurry right here. And they will stop the clock. And I think that Logansport has a player with a equipment issue, so he'll come out of the ball game. Tucker is back in. Platt came up off the turf under his own power a couple of moments ago. Barry's knocking on the door again. And once again, Crow will turn handoff. There's your fullback, and he gets in for the touchdown from 4 yards out, and the Berries will add another 6 on the board. It's now 47-0. Gee, they have fireworks here too. So now the kicker, Dustin Gonzalez, will try it again. He had his last kick blocked. Good snap. The kick is on the way. This time it is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Logansport 48, Richmond nothing.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Well, it's been a long night and a hot night as well, as now the Red Devils go back on offense. And we still have another quarter to go and 6 minutes in this one. Line drive kick once again, this time Deloney from the 5. 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, and brought down near the 37-yard line. Good return there by Jarrell Deloney. Well, the Red Devils shut out last week by Marion. They haven't been able to produce points here tonight. They average coming in only around 9 points per game. They're going to make some changes on that offensive line, too. I think number 60 is in at left guard. Is that right? Dylan Selby has come in at left guard. So that is Jackson Haynes was scheduled to be there. So Haynes is out. I want to check, and there may be a different center in as well. Here's Jones. Rolling, looking, now will fire, and he got hit right when he's ready to throw the football. Held on to it a little bit too long and got drilled from behind. I think number 63 coming in, that was a Jackson Crowd. Let's see who is that. That's Gamboa is in. Okay, so the Red Devils have now moved in at center. Owen Shaw. So Shaw's now at center for Richmond. Blaine Pierce is out. I don't see him on the sidelines. As Richmond, a little mix up in the backfield. The 2 running backs running into each other, and they will get thrown for another big loss. Babcock coming in to make the stop, and a flag is down. Right at the spot of the football. There is nothing going right for Richmond. In fact, they call that on Richmond as well. Well, in both teams. So it's offsetting. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Now it'll be second down. The Red Devils have to get to the 47-yard line. Bird will stand as the Red Devil running back. 2 receivers to the near side. Hash mark right. Jones to throw, and Deloney a little bit out of his reach. Deloney heard footsteps as coming up was Jamie Babcock, the defensive back, ready to lay the hip on Deloney. Falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down. So now the Red Devils will go back into punt formation once again. 2 deep now for the Berries. One of those will be the quarterback, Elijah Crow. The other one is Colton Rosie. 5:38 to go in the 3rd. Here comes the rush, and almost got another one as it goes out of bounds right at the 45. Well, there's another instance where you kind of a feeling the Berries are going to get one of these times. They've had a good rush on the punt all night long. And there you see the Red Devil defense making its way back out once again. I think it's gotten to the point now where they're worn down, and you would expect that. They've been out there a lot, and if they played with a short field pretty much most of the night. I was trying to find Pierce, who started at linebacker. I don't see him in there right at the moment. Zach Hill, your backup quarterback, is in at linebacker. Here is Crow, the option in the pitch to the near side. Red Devils read it well. Back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for Wilson. Red Devils looks like it was, is that Holguin or Hubert? Hubert came in, helped make the stop. Also Jewel Taylor there for the Red Devils, and we'll put the football 2nd down and 10 at the 45. 5 minutes remaining here in the 3rd. Out of the wing tee, there's that cross again. Open hole up the middle, and a big hole running over the official. 1st down, and the carry again by the backup quarterback, Babcock. We don't have any official statistics. We would love to have a statistician, but what are you going to do, right? We are a low-budget company. No stats. Here's the handoff again. More misdirection. Nice carry, and almost fumbling it, though, was Drake McLaughlin, but another big carry inside the 30. And I'm pretty sure that they've got a lot of yards. Sorry, our camera person is I think is a, what am I looking for? A union person, yeah. Richmond's going to get a timeout right here. We will take one as well. The Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. The Red Devils down in this one, 48-0. This is Richmond football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Devils got a timeout as the Berries lead at 48-0, 4:08 remaining now here in the 3rd quarter. Berries once again on the march. Handoff fullback straight up the middle, and that line just pushes him all the way inside the 25. And they have won this game at the line of scrimmage here tonight as Manfred, the fullback, able to get a nice gain. And again, we'll put the football at the 24-yard line. Tight end Jacob Cox will come in. Red Devils will see Shea Hall head to the sidelines. See if we can pick up who the new defensive ends are for Richmond. They go with that 3-man front. Here's the pitch. Sweep around the left side. Big hole again at the 10 and brought down. And they will say it's out of bounds at around the 11-yard line on the carry by McLaughlin once again. Well, and they're just running the football. There's not much you can do about this, as Richmond's got to find a way to get a stop. By the way, it looks like number 73 has come in for Richmond, but we don't. There he is. That's Tyrus Jenkins, a 6'3", 265-pound junior on that defensive line. Handoff up the middle again and inside the 5. That's McLaughlin again. They do that well. That little cross. Red Devils also on that defensive line, and you can tell they're getting a little tired. I think that's Keyshawn Edwards, just a freshman, 5'9", 265. So the Red Devils going with one very young player and one potential starter next year. So now the Berries knocking on the door. It's second down. And we've got some movement, so a flag goes down. And you see the official right there to go against Richmond. So you just gave the Berries half the distance to the goal line. We'll put the football at the 2-yard line. Clock is coming up on the 2-minute mark. And again, the Berries. They'll sweep this in and off the right side. 2 yards in the touchdown, and that'll be Manfred with the score. And the Red Devils down 54-0. They're always late on those fireworks, aren't they? Always late. Well, they keep scoring like this, they're going to have to get some more supplies. Extra point attempt. Here is Dustin Gonzalez once again. High snap. Taking this one will be Wilson, and he will go down. So the attempt no good on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one 54-0.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners. For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Red Devils get the football back, trailing this one 54-0. In a game, as we used to say, not as close as the score may indicate, as it's just not been Richmond's night again. Return from the 5. This will be Deloney trying to find a hole. And he will be horse-collared once he got across the 25 out to the 28. No whistle or any flags down there. Richmond has the football first down and 10. See if Jones will be back out at quarterback. Looks like that'll be the case. So Jones will have Wyatt Bird in the backfield. First down and 10, Richmond. Jones gives it to Bird across the 30, 35 as he makes a couple of tacklers miss out to the 35. 142 again remaining here in the third quarter. We'll officially put the football at the 36-yard line. Pierce again is not in the Richmond lineup, and I'm not sure if he is hurt or not. We haven't seen him for a while, and I don't see him on the sidelines either. And by the way, out of his pads is Brandon Curtis. Red Devils trying to run it to the near side. That is Bird as he is brought down. Shy of the first down, that was Riley Hirschberg. By the way, also there's another hurt player for Richmond, and I can't tell if that is Deloney. Deloney, no, not Deloney. That might be, is that O'Shea Henderson? Yeah, O'Shea Henderson is on the bench. He is out of his pads. They'll throw, ball caught over the middle. Deloney makes the catch at the 50. It'll be a first down and down to around the 48-yard line. So the Red Devils get a first down. So if they lost Pierce, and I don't see Pierce over there. We mentioned that Brandon Curtis is out of his pads. He apparently is done for the day. O'Shea Henderson is out. So now the Red Devils have it first down. Jones to throw, overthrown. Huber inside the 40s. That falls incomplete. 2.4 seconds remaining here in the third. Well, I know I keep looking at the sidelines to see who I can see. Is again, that's O'Shea Henderson. He has ice on his shoulder now. But I haven't seen Pierce. That's your starting center, and you're starting one of your starting linebackers. Second down. Bird on the carry. Bird will get a couple, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. We still have another 12 minutes to go. It is a game in which the Red Devils and the rest of us can't wait for this one to get over. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Red Devils trail this one 54-0.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Back here in Logansport as we're down to the final 12 minutes. All Logan here tonight. And Richmond, by the way, they have substituted liberally on both the offensive and defensive lines as we try to at least look to the sideline and figure out who else is hurt. We haven't seen Blaine Pierce in a while. Young to throw. Take that back. Jones to throw. Now tucks it under and runs down to the 40. Richmond trying to avoid back-to-back shutouts. Shutout last week against Marion, being shut out here tonight. And so now the Red Devils faced with a 4th down and 3. Red Devils will go ahead and go for it. So again, Bird in the backfield. And Richmond to throw. Here comes the rush. Getting rid of it and in the air, and it may be intercepted. And it is. Second interception tonight on the ball that probably should have been held on to, as Oscar Grimaldo with the INT. The pass was intended for Holguin. And so the Red Devils turn it over for the third time tonight. Well, and there's another instance where you have a quarterback like Trayshawn Jones, who has not played at all this year at the quarterback position. And so the Red Devils are going to try to see what he can do under fire here tonight. And so far that has not been totally successful, but the Berries will stay with Elijah Crow, which is kind of interesting here in the fourth quarter. I thought maybe by now they would have went ahead and made the change. Well, you're still 10:49 remaining. The Berries, I would imagine if you're thinking about what they're doing, is Crow keeps a hold of the football, Red Devils gang tackle him on a short game. If you're Logan, you've had how many years of frustration? And I'm talking about they've had losing football here for many, many years. And I would imagine that with a chance to win their fourth game, which would double their win total from last year, they're going to leave these starters in. It is homecoming here tonight, and probably keep them in for at least one more series in this drive right here. So now it'll be second down after a gain of 3. Handoff, cut back up the middle, another nice hole. That official's probably wondering if he's going to get run over. That's going to be a first down again by Jamie Babcock. And here's the change. I thought maybe they'd go one more series, but they decided we're going to make the change right here. So we're going to have all kinds of new players in. The Berries wearing the camouflage uniforms here tonight in honor of the armed services. Number 18 is in. That is going to be Evan Vizcarra. So Vizcarra is the new quarterback after the fumble picked up on a short carry by Donnie Cardona. Cardona is a sophomore. 5'10", 215 pounds. So, well, and again, that's what you do in your head like this. You ran that one more series. You got the first down. They played into the fourth quarter, and now you put the reserves in. I'm more interested, I know that many of you are as well, who's left on Richmond's sidelines. Handoff up the middle, and they're going to just run it right at Richmond again. See who carried the football, number 43 once again. That's Cardona. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 players on Richmond's sideline that either have ice or have taken off their jersey and their pads. So I don't know if that's more injuries here tonight. If it is, boy, I tell you what, they're in trouble next week too. Rolling, throwing, and unable to come up with a reception as that falls incomplete. That was intended for Cardona once again. And it'll be 4th down and 4, 8:01 remaining. I know I keep beating a dead horse here, but everywhere I look, I cannot find Blaine Pierce. There he is. All right, Pierce is on the sidelines as well. He is out of his pads. So Pierce, your starting center, and your starting linebacker hurt. Low snap. First time that the Berries have had to punt tonight. That'll take a Richmond bounce. Richmond needs to get away from that. Red Devils have the football at the 36. So that's not good news again, as Blaine Pierce is out of his pads, and he is on the bench, but I can't tell. He's got a towel over his head. He's sitting next to the starting quarterback in Brandon Curtis. So there's 2 more starters out. We mentioned O'Shea Henderson icing a shoulder. So there's your 3rd starter out of tonight's game. Football at 7:15, placed at the 36-yard line. Once again, at quarterback, Trayshawn Jones. Jones out of the shotgun, and there's some movement. Gamboa may have been the guilty party on this near side, and also there for the Red Devils, big number 76, Shea Hall. I think Jackson Haynes is no longer in the game either for Richmond. Here is the end around by Wyatt Bird. He goes down. He didn't get tripped over one of his own teammates. The Red Devils have taken Jackson Haynes out and replaced him with Dylan Selby. I mentioned Selby earlier, so there's another starter out. I don't know if he's hurt or not, but he's not in the game. Red Devils look to throw again. Going to be a lot of changes here defensively, too, as I believe that the Berries have replaced a lot of their starters on the defensive side. And we see now Charlie O'Connor. He is a sophomore. He has come in. In fact, they've changed just about everybody. Colton Rosie, who played some offense earlier, he's in at defensive back. There is Alex Sanchez. There's another change. I think all those linemen are brand new, including Jesse Medina. Now, Medina's only 5'6". He is 355 pounds. That is one big fella. Quarterback keeper. Here is Jones around the right side, runs over the defender. Now, Jones needs to be careful. I don't know why he's saying anything. That's just unnecessary right there, Trayshawn. You need to get back and get rid of the penalty. You need to get back to the huddle and run the offense. Not worry about running over a defensive back when you're down 54-0. Because you know the defensive back is only a sophomore. James Burnell took the hit. Everybody in the lineup right now is either a sophomore or a backup on defense for Logansport. I would have taken that for Trayshawn if he'd have done it against the first team. Not that he was mouthing off to anyone. Is Bird to the near side. Nice carry, and he'll get inside the 20-yard line. Driven out of bounds at around the 17. The last thing you want to do is say anything to the other team when you're being beaten 54-0.
24-yard gain for Bird.
Flags will go down.
Ball start on Richmond.
So that's against Richmond.
First and 15.
First down and 15 now for Richmond. And they'll hand off again to Wyatt Bird. And another flag down.
Bird on the carry, there is a flag.
See if this will be on Richmond again. And it is. Holding against the Red Devils.
Holding against Richmond.
.343 remaining. And we'll put the football at the 29-yard line. Red Devils now trips to the left. Single receiver to the near side. Low snap. Jones to throw toward the end zone. Ball cut. Touchdown. And Richmond finally gets on the board as Julian Holguin and the Red Devils get on the board here tonight. 29-yard touchdown pass. I don't see any flags. Yep, there's a flag. Too late. There's a flag right there. And I think you can take the touchdown off an ineligible receiver downfield. Wow. So you take the touchdown off.
Ball back to the 23-yard line.
So Richmond will have 6 points taken off the board. Another penalty moves them back now to the 34-yard line. Jones handing off again to Bird. Bird trying to get to the outside, cannot do so.
Hooker making the stop.
.242 remaining. Richmond just trying to get that goose egg off the board as they'll go trips now to the near side. They'll fake the handoff. Jones will throw, and he had a man. And do we have a penalty right there? No, it falls incomplete. Intended for Carpenter. And they'll say good defense that time by Caleb Miller, just a freshman, in there for the Berries. .221. Is there another penalty flag? Looks like the Red Devils may be penalized again. I didn't see that penalty flag. It's another one against Richmond. Ineligible receiver downfield. Richmond will have it now 4th and 30. What they thought was going to be a scoring strike has turned out to be nothing but a penalty-filled finish to this one. Jones will keep it himself, finds a hole up the middle. Jones still on his feet inside the 10, the 5, touchdown. And I don't see any flags down as Jones will take it in himself, and the Red Devils get on the board here in the 4th quarter. Well, I do remind you, this is against a junior varsity squad and a few freshmen sprinkled in now for Logansport. But I guess when you're struggling, you take it. All the way in the ball game for Richmond, Devontae Fry. He is a 6'3" junior receiver, so Fry is in. Richmond has some big receivers, just sometimes they don't catch the football. Jones will roll, throw to the end zone, and it was intended for Fry, but the 2-point conversion no good. Knocked down by the freshman Caleb Miller. And with 2:02 remaining in this one, the Red Devils on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard trail at 54-6.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353. Information.
Back once again here as the Red Devils get on the board. Richmond will fall to 0-6 as the Red Devils an onside kick. And Richmond will get the football back in the final 156. Football placed at the 45-yard line. We will be out of here pretty quick after this one is over with. Long drive home for both the Red Devils and the few fans that have made their trip here to Logansport tonight. As they'll hand off, Huber on the carry and no gain. Richmond trying to run off left tackle, but there was nowhere to go on the short side of the field. 134. Berries will win their 4th game. They'll go to 2-2 in the North Central Conference. Richmond will fall to 0-4, and of course, again back home against a very good Lafayette Jeff team next week. Red Devils again played without a lot of starters tonight, but a few of these guys, they didn't like how they reacted in this one as that's thrown deep and then dropped. Carpenter drops a sure touchdown at the 10-yard line. Carpenter drops that one. O'Shea Henderson, he cost the Red Devils a couple of first down opportunities, one with a drop earlier and then another one when he jumped off sides. .102 to go. Well, Jones has a pretty good throwing arm. There's no doubt about that. We saw him run as well, so I guess from a potential standpoint, you see what he might be able to do, but I want to remind you again, this is against a bunch of sophomores and freshmen. Flag down again. That'll be brought back. That should be another hold. So you got to keep that in perspective, that you're moving the football against a bunch of young kids, not their first team defense. That'll be a block in the back right there. Richmond has had 4 big penalties in their last 2 possessions. And then that dropped football by Carpenter. So that'll be brought back to the 42-yard line. .3. To the near sideline as the Red Devils have 14 seconds remaining now on the play clock. And again, Jones will hand off. Huber trying to cut the corner. He goes down. He got tripped up. The first one to get to him was Daniel Coffing, a sophomore, backup defensive back, and that's going to put this one in the books. Well, the Red Devils disappointing here tonight. They were out of this one from the very beginning, and they lose it by your final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 54-6. The Red Devils again 0-6 on the season. Berries improved to 4-2. next week. Lafayette Jeff comes to Richmond. We'll have it for you right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. We'll also have the TEC game of the week. That will feature two undefeateds in the TEC, as it'll be Hagerstown and Centerville next Friday night with Scott Beeman. Thanks for being with us. Your final score, Logansport 54, Richmond 6. This has been Richmond Football, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Thank you for supporting the Logansport Bears all season long. The Bears will be on the road the next 2 weeks. Kokomo and Lafayette Jeff. They will return home on Friday, October